KRBE, a Cumulus media station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with Eric, featuring Special K and Sam.
Okay, so we want to open your eyes to some return policies that are lenient to a fault. You know, we've heard for years, I thought it was like, it's like an urban myth about the woman who returned her 10-year-old mattress to Costco and got the money for it.
That's crazy.
But Costco has been known to be very lenient. However, I will tell you, don't try and buy an Apple product at Costco and think that's going to be lenient. It's not. I bought an Apple Watch from Costco. My first time I remember calling Mumbles from Costco. Mumbles used to work on our show, knows everything about Apple. Mm-hmm. And I called him and I said, listen, I think I'm going to give in to the smartwatch. Which one should I get? And so Mumbles and I are on the phone inside Costco and he's telling me about this one. I said, okay, fine, I'm going to get it. And he goes, and I said, is there any other like cheaper place I can get it from? Or is Costco the way to go? He's like, yeah, that's pretty good, especially with their return policy, blah, blah, blah. No, that's 90 days. On day number 91. There was a flaw on it. So I took it back to Costco thinking, it's like that Instagram video with the music. You're like, yeah, I'm walking to Costco thinking I'm getting a return.
Nope.
No,
and then you get put in your place.
They're like, no, not on Apple products. I'm like, oh. Anyway, so I still have
I get that with electric
watch.
toothbrush. I will say I've returned those like over the last 10 years probably 4 times.
Why? What happens?
For some reason, one of them,
times? Why keep buying it?
They'll die because we get it for free.
Well,
how long? Not really free. I mean, I bought it the first time.
Yeah, but
how long does it take for them to die? Before you return it?
I felt like that was one was like 7 months, one was 3 months.
Do you take an extra long time brushing your teeth?
I don't know. It was that. So
what
I went
is
to
the brand?
It was the Oral-B one. It was the white ones, but then I traded in and got the Sonic one or the fancier brand. It's like $80 more.
So you're saying Oral-B
veneers
bad.
are hard on a toothbrush.
Veneers. I want to get those.
No, you don't.
No,
I had to because I broke a tooth, and they're expensive.
Yeah, but then don't you get like automatic white teeth, and they look all big old.
Well, you got to make sure that you brush the other teeth super strong. You don't want to have that one white tooth. They do try and match it to your natural tooth color. So what they do is when you break a tooth and you need a veneer, they'll go in, they'll deep clean your teeth, and they'll get the best they can be looking, and then they match the veneer with the color of that, so you don't have one that's sticking out and so obvious. But if you go to a nightclub and there's fluorescent lights, you can always tell the person has got fake teeth. Now, we did get a listener on call exactly about the story that you're talking about, how people take advantage.
Egregious returns.
Yeah.
I don't know what the policy is now, but I work for a delivery company for a furniture store, and you'd be surprised how many people would buy a dining room set just before Thanksgiving, take it home, and then call 2 or 3 days later and say it does not fit the room as well as I thought it did. I need to return it. And they would be able to return it. And all they'd have to do is set up a date for the return after they have used it for the Thanksgiving, Christmas holidays, and New Year's holidays, and all the company coming in.
Wow. So buying a table just for a big Thanksgiving soiree,
aren't you?
And then take it back
again the next year.
Don't you have to when it comes to furniture now? Don't you I returned some movie chairs once, and I had to pay a 30% restocking fee.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't like them. I'd rather at least get some money back than nothing. But I think that 30% would help.
The egregious returns from Costco and different furniture stores. Yes, I'll give you that one, Eric. That's a tricky one. You have to think about that before you buy it. They're going to tell you there's a 20%, 30% restock fee. With Costco, there was a list on Reddit from Costco employees who've seen the most egregious stuff coming through. One guy said he brought in a patio furniture set that looked like he had been through it for 10 years and wanted to get the return. Now, the person in line said it was sitting right there and they couldn't believe it. But another employee said, don't forget that sometimes when people bring us stuff and we're like, nope, they just walk away and leave it there.
Oh.
And they're like, I'm not taking this back home.
Yeah, I would too, I guess, if you had something.
It's cheaper than having the garbage company haul it off.
In 2024 alone, Americans sent back $743 billion worth of merchandise.
Wow.
$103 billion of that was flagged as fraudulent returns. Some customers treat stores like a free rental service to the point of that man's call. One woman bought a giant Costco playset. She used it for years, and then she returned it for a full refund. Others have brought back half-eaten food, dead plants, even fish. even fish. Other returned items, plants for open houses, outdoor tables and chairs for a party, giant TVs to watch a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Pressure washers and paint sprayers discarded after home improvement projects are done.
Whoa.
Some people even bring back ladders that they use to string holiday lights from their roof lines. Home Depot and Lowe's say they've had enough. Their once generous 90-day window for big appliances is now just 48 hours. I can attest to that. I got a washer and dryer
just
from them.
48 hours?
Yeah, and they said you got to know within 48 hours. Oh, actually, here when I got my Home Depot washer and dryer, they said when they bring it to you, if there is something that you see wrong, you make them take it right back. If they leave your house, it's yours.
Oh.
When I bought my washer and dryer.
Yeah, but you may not notice.
They came to our house Saturday to hook up the washer, and you know how the tube goes in the back
into the drain.
In the drain. Well, the house we built or we bought, we didn't build it, but we bought it from the builder, had 3 possible drains to knock out to put the hose in, and they said we don't know which one it is, so we can't put it in.
Yeah, they would rather not connect it,
They
because
told me-
if they do it wrong, it's on them. They
But
don't
I'm
want
like,
to do it.
the guy, I called the guy right there. He goes, all 3 go to the drain.
Yeah.
If you just knock it out, the plastic that's on top of the drain.
Yeah, they're
So what
knockouts.
did you do? Did you make them take it back?
Well, they're still there. We go. He goes, well, I'm like, can you just knock it out? Then he goes, yeah, I just already, we just talked. I just rescheduled you guys for another 2 days.
God, that's
I'm
so
like,
maddening.
wait, you're sitting right here, and you said you rescheduled, but you're right here. You could just knock that out, put it down. You'll be able to. You can tell where the drain is. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I go, just get the hell out of my house. They were being a jerk. I'm like, I don't want you. I'll have my guys do it.
And then he went to GameStop and chewed them out.
Yeah, so and then the Home Depot said, how did you enjoy your experience?
No,
You
no.
could suck it.
1 star.
Yeah, 1 star.
Yeah, those two
Costco
guys.
still stands by its famously lenient policy. They say they bet on the fact that customer loyalty outweighs the cost of the occasional outrageous returner, and that means yes, somebody could still walk in with a 10-year-old couch and walk out with their money
I
back.
still believe like 97% are good people.
I think
returning
that's a little
stuff.
high.
Am I being too?
I think you're being too nice.
Too nice?
I don't think it's that
No,
high.
I feel like
I feel like most people are not
maybe
criminals or scumbags. That
they might want to, but they don't. Because we know, like, guys, we've done radio for a long time, and we've known people who
put a bed for 10 years. That is not right.
Oh, no.
that's
crazy.
not right.
How
Or
do you
somebody
get
that
it?
has like
Get away with that.
or something like they've messed up the couch somehow, and it's like, their dog peed on it or something. Like, oh, I'm gonna take this back. Well, your dog peed on it, and that sucks. But hire a cleaning company to clean the cushions. Don't take it back. And
Don't people do that where they get something that breaks, so they just order it again, and then they take the
And they
broken,
give the broken one
put it
back.
back in the box, and then return it?
I'm sure they've seen
People
it all.
do that, Jeff?
That would be very well. I guess I could see
Unethical?
the point. If the company made a crap product,
Yeah.
then they deserve it back.
The worst is if they repackage it, and then you get it.
And then someone else
get it
gets
again?
But here's what you do: you have to return it and say it was malfunctional, and then I believe they put it in the different pile. You can, because a lot of times they'll be like, well, is there anything wrong with it? And you can say, yes, it's a malfunctioning product.
Yeah.
Send it in the trash, or you can restock it.
there has been a famous story about Nordstrom, the department store Nordstrom, and the tire policy. Have y'all ever heard the tire story of Nordstrom?
Nordstrom sells tires?
They don't, but they'll take them back. And because the thing about Nordstrom when it first came to get the Galleria was they take everything back.
Is that
They have
right
a very
next to
lenient
the
policy.
perfume department? or-
No. So the famous story goes like this, because I had to look it up because I remember thinking like, gosh, they are very good about their returns. So almost 40 years ago, there was a Nordstrom store in Fairbanks, Alaska, where a man named Craig Trounce was a store associate. Craig noticed a customer rolling in a pair of tires into Nordstrom. When he asked him how I can help you, the customer said, I'm here to return these tires. I bought them from this store at this location, and there was a guarantee I can bring these tires back anytime. Well, Nordstrom never sold tires, but in 1975, that location was called Northern Commercial of Alaska Tire Company. And they had this policy that you can bring back the tires at any time. They had automotive supplies. They sold all kinds of
That
stuff.
was a different company.
Instead of turning the tires away, Craig did right by the customer who had driven more than 50 miles with the intention of returning the tires. Knowing little about how tires are priced, Craig called the tire company to get their thoughts on how much they thought the tires were worth, and he gave that man the estimated amount, took the tires, sent him on his way. All over the years, that exact dollar amount was lost. Nobody knows. No, he was not fired. But that's where the tire story
That was his
came
cousin.
out.
His cousin that had the tire.
Yeah,
So that means I can take a refrigerator back to the donut shop.
It was a scam. These drug stores that take over buildings and vape stores everywhere. It used to be something else.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I feel like in restaurant industry returns, like some of the most egregious returns I've ever seen when I was still waiting tables, like ridiculous. So this lady had come in for lunch at like 12. She came back right before we closed at 9 with her to-go box and said that she didn't like her food.
How much had she eaten?
Wait, was it to-go box?
It was her to-go box. She took there was a quarter of it left. It was in a to-go box. And she said she was here at lunch and she didn't like her food. She wants a refund.
So she ate 3/4 of the meal.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, no. And she goes, yeah, I didn't like it. Well, then why didn't you say something at noon? And why did you ask for the to-go box to take it home? She goes, well, I want to take it with me so I could come back and let you guys know that I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And we were just like, my dad was like, no. It's been
Well, then I'll never come back here. Good.
Okay.
We don't need that kind of customer.
I don't need that kind of drama.
So
in my
they did
life.
not get their money back.
No, that's ridiculous. People are crazy.
It does suck, though, when you're eating and then they're not around. You're like, I want to return this meal. And I'm like, well, I got to have one more bite.
To make sure
Yeah.
you get somebody else at the table. Is it just me or is this terrible? Here, try it.
Or if it's a steak, like when it's medium or something or too cooked, I'm like, oh, this sucks. I don't want that.
Or if it's not cooked enough and then you're like, I don't know.
They go the opposite. Then when you tell them that, then they make sure it's like blue.
You almost
Well,
feel
I
like
was-
they're being
yeah.
vindictive.
That has actually
Yeah.
happened to us.
I've
Where
seen
it was
that.
overcooked and we didn't want to say anything, but they insisted, no, I don't think that's right. Let's give you another one. And then it basically came breathing.
Yeah.
And then we're looking at it like, we're not going to eat this one.
Just take it home and then you can cook it at home.
Exactly.
Some eggs.
Oh, we're so full. Can we have a box? We're going to cook this later.
Oh, you want? And can we get some dessert? Wait a minute, I think you're full.
Y'all can share your egregious return stories at 713-278-VENT, whether you're the one that made the return or you worked in retail and you saw somebody try to return something, whether it was successful or not. Now, coming up next, we want you to call us at 833-390-KRBE. It's Monday. We want to hear your stories of success on Look at Me Now. Somebody told you, no way, you're never going to amount to anything. You can't do that. That's not going to work for you. You can't graduate. No, that's terrible. That's a bad idea. But look at you now. You're
You can do your own
successful.
knockouts.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. How about knock that guy out?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Hammer.
Are we still talking about
I didn't have any hammers.
appliances?
I had nothing there.
Are we still talking about washers and dryers? Okay, 833-390-KRBE. Look at Me Now is next on KRBE.
Good morning.
Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. I'm ruling right, yeah.
With Eric.
Look at me now. I'm Eric, and my name's on the show.
Forgot about that. We haven't played that in a long time.
Oh, that's awesome. 833-390-KRBE. We want to hear your stories of how you overcame somebody
I don't
telling
think I've
you
ever
you
heard
can't.
that. Maybe we
I
played
think
it
it's
once.
newer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
yeah.
We haven't done this all summer.
Yeah, for a while. It's been a while. We're going to start this off with Amanda, who's called our show. 833-390-KRBE. If you want to stand by for your story of Look at Me Now. Hi, Amanda.
Hello.
Hey, good morning,
Good morning.
Amanda. What is your tale of inspiration with Look at Me Now?
So my tale of inspiration is I was married for 10 years, and this particular person wasn't very good to me or my children, and he told me that if I were to leave him, I would be nothing, and that I would amount to nothing, and I'm nothing without him. And I think it's words like that that make someone like me go out and do all the things that he thought I couldn't do.
He inspired
So
you, actually.
I have a home of my own. Sorry?
He inspired you then, that hate that you had for him.
Yeah,
Because he was saying it
sometimes
to
that
you out of his
inspires you.
fear that you would leave him. And he was trying to tell you that to break you down, that you can't leave him because you're nothing without him, because really he didn't want to be left alone.
So what did you do?
So I left him.
Good. After how
I
long?
left him, and 10 years. Actually 15, but yeah. Yeah, and my life did do a glow up. It's not all easy.
Yeah.
So I want to encourage people out there and do it if they, have somebody that tells them that they can't. It's not easy, but I do have a great home. I have a great life. I love my friends. I love my family. I have my own business. So it's
How
not
did his
so bad.
life turn out?
I think I'm doing okay.
Like, what happened? You leave him. How did he turn out?
Well, so he does have a good job, but that's about it. He kind of degraded as a human and doesn't really have friends. Doesn't treat his kids very great. So I really do think that it's all mindset. If you're determined that you're going to grow, then you're going to grow. And if you're determined that you're going to stay where you're at, you're going to stay where you're at.
More importantly, Amanda, did he ever acknowledge that you succeeded after leaving him?
Oh, absolutely not. No, absolutely not.
He's not giving you that satisfaction.
No.
I'm glad that's hopefully someone listening right now is going. I don't want anyone going through it, but if they are, they hear that you got
Amanda's
away.
Sorry.
Life is short.
Because people are scared. People are scared to take that change, and they'd rather just live in that world.
And they'll believe it. They'll believe that you really can't do anything without this person. So, Amanda, bravo. We're so proud of you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening to our show and sharing that story. Brooke is up next for Look at Me Now here on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric. Hi, Brooke.
Hi.
Hey,
Brooke.
good morning,
Tell
Brooke.
us your story.
So when I was in high school, I kind of did like a lot of bad things and was not, making smart choices. And some of those non-smart choices caused me to get arrested.
Uh-oh.
And so after that point of me getting arrested, a lot of people that I went to school with and other people just thought, oh, like she's not going to finish high school. She's not even going to go to college. Like she's just going to, kind of be like a bum the rest of her life in a way and keep doing what she's doing. Yeah, and lo and behold, I did graduate college or in high school and then went on to go to college and graduate college and was able to show everybody, that I had changed. And we do have a running joke like in my family for myself that's anytime we bring up something of the past or whatever, we're like, but look at me now because of how different I am and how I changed. And during my college graduation party, my mom in the middle of the speech was like, look at her now, as she was tearing up and crying because of just the change.
That's so good.
Awesome.
What do you think? How old were you when you got in trouble? I'm just curious, that you weren't in that
I was
mindset.
17.
17, but getting arrested, that's what scared you straight?
Yes, yeah. I was not at first, but just kind of like really waking up one day and was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I need to do better. Like I have personal goals and I can't get to those goals and do what I want to do if I keep doing what I'm doing.
Can I ask what you got arrested for? What'd you get arrested for at 17?
It was for drugs.
Okay.
Okay, so drugs is what caused everything to be bad for you.
Did somebody in your this I'm going to have to deep dive this a little bit because I have a child about to start high school and we talk about this all the time.
My daughter's turning 17 in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I had a friend who went down a dark hole because she met the wrong kid on the wrong week. So did the drugs come into your world because of the friend group you were around, or was it one specific person that you attached yourself to that took you down, or how did this all happen for you?
I think, honestly, it was the people I did start hanging around with. I had some other personal things happen that, for me, when I met these people and started hanging out with them and got introduced to the, drugs at the time, I was like, oh, this can, numb my emotions and my feelings a little bit better for what I was also personally going through at the time. And it got to a point where it was just too much drugs and stuff,
well,
and continuing to make bad choices.
Those people that are doing that around you, they make it feel like it's okay. They
losers want to be around losers, and they want to make everybody around them a loser.
It's all right.
Yep.
Try this.
I mean, it's 100% true, no matter how cliche we think it is. You tell me who your friends are, and I'll tell you who you are. And don't just sit there and try and tell me, but that's not me. Yes, 100% it's you. The perception is the reality. Everyone thinks you're a loser because you're hanging out with the losers. So, I'm glad that you found the straight and narrow, Brooke, and your family's all proud of you, and you made it, girl. Look at you now. Bravo. All right, 833-390-KRBE is our phone number. Sheena's up next. Hi, Sheena.
I'm scared to put her on.
Hey,
It's
Sheena.
loud on your phone.
Hey, Sheena.
Can you hear us okay?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Can you turn your radio down? I think we hear ourselves. And I'd love to hear my sexy voice, but not.
And no speakerphone or Bluetooth.
So
really?
tell us what your Look at Me Now story. Yes, I hear everything you're saying, Sheena. Tell us your story.
Well, I used to work at a pharmacy right after high school when I was in college, and I wanted to become a pharmacist. And the pharmacist that I was working with at the time, I guess, didn't like me very much and said that I would never become a pharmacist. And I was looking for recommendations for a pharmacy school to apply for. and she took it and she just went ahead and sent it on in without me even knowing.
Wait, she did what without you knowing? I missed that part. What did she do without you knowing?
She sent a recommendation letter.
Oh, which wasn't such a recommendation, I assume?
Oh, was it a positive recommendation? Or was it a...
I don't think it was a very good recommendation. So that's what I gathered because I was never able to see it. Because I had signed the papers saying that I was going to see it, and she didn't allow me to see it.
Maybe she should have.
And then?
She should have. And then now I am a director of pharmacy.
All right.
Congratulations.
And what is that lady doing, or guy?
Yeah, who's that person that tried to push it down? What are they doing?
I don't know what they're doing. I've never seen her or anything. I did try going back over to that pharmacy, but she wasn't there.
The turning point?
She's retired.
Oh, retired.
She's retired now.
Yeah, I think she's retired.
Sheena, let me ask you this question, because I just mentioned this last week when I was trying to get prescriptions for after my husband has knee replacement surgery. Is there like a massive shortage of pharmacists somewhere in Houston? Because I feel like every single pharmacy has a huge line and a huge backup, and we're hearing all about these crazy hours, and they have to shut down the pharmacies for 30 minutes.
Do you need more people to get that go to school for that?
Do we need to push for more kids to be pharmacists?
Or a tech?
Well, in Houston, there is not a shortage. There's a surplus because of the fact that there are 3 pharmacy schools, maybe even 4 now, in the state of Texas. Now, if you go to the boonies, there is probably a shortage, but not in Houston. It's going to be a little bit difficult right now to get jobs in Houston.
So why does it take so long to get your pills?
I know.
It takes so long to get your pills.
They should fire some and then get the higher.
Yeah, you place the order and they say it'll be ready in like 4 hours.
Or they text you and they say, oh, it's ready now, and you show up and they're like, oh, yeah, did you get a text from us? Yes, we did.
Now in the boonies, you don't really need pharmacists. They got their own, like, concoctions, lizard spit, and, they got all kinds of weird stuff.
Yeah, Eric, they've got witch doctors.
Yeah, they got all kinds of weird stuff. People put cloves of garlic on their feet.
Oh, what about the wrapping of the onion on your ankle for the swelling? Or sleeping next to an onion or something when you have a cold? All kinds of stuff they tell you to do. If your kid has the hiccups, put like some lint on their forehead or something crazy.
My mom told me to put the piece of bread.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's your pimple remover.
And a pimple that was had the white thing in it.
Whitehead, yeah.
Whitehead. So she said take a piece of bread, white bread, dip it in milk, and then put it on it, and then put a Band-Aid over it, and when it dries up, it'll suck that.
I just can't.
And it worked.
My friend told me you can use beef tallow for skin conditions.
I've heard that too.
Really?
Oh, I bought that stuff.
For skin conditions?
See?
Ryan
bought it.
I told Kevin about this.
But you probably bought the stuff that was mixed.
It's pre-mixed. I bought it. I fall for... What I do is, if I get an ad on Instagram or something like that, I'm like, I want to check it out.
Is that why you so greasy looking
so
today?
Much of that stuff is junk. Yeah, I'm a little... You could fry some bacon on me.
Over there.
No, but I started doing my homework on it, and then I found the best brand. I ordered it, and it does. It really does, like, take out some wrinkles and makes your skin look smooth.
What?
Yeah.
I'll try it Tuesday.
Beef tallow I have in my pantry because we cook with it.
You put beef tallow in
Well, beef tallow is an ingredient.
What do you put in your
this.
cheeks? Is that beef tallow? What do you put in there? Like your cheeks are puffy?
yeah.
Is that what you use as filler?
Yeah, because your cheeks are all puffy, like
big cheeks.
That's called bloating.
No, they're like because
big
when
Madonna
you get older,
cheeks.
Our faces fall.
Yeah. Yes.
But your cheeks are like up there. Do you put?
No, I
tallow
swear
in
I've
there?
never put.
You
filler.
never put any
Not
filler
in my
there.
cheeks or anything like that.
All right, go to
I've
radio
done
with Ryan
Botox.
Chase and look at his cheeks.
I swear I've done Botox
because your face does not look the same. There's something in there, man. Come
How
on.
do they know?
No, you can feel.
Also,
if you, want to
can
run
get
your
these
finger over my
they
skin,
look
you'd
good.
be able
I'm
to
just
feel.
saying, they're really.
But also, you can get these hooks implanted underneath your skin, and they pull back the.
hell no.
Oh God, no!
Yeah,
no,
with the
no,
thread.
no.
Oh, God, I can't.
That sounds
I can't.
horrible.
Oh yeah, a
I
lot
cannot
of
watch
places
that stuff.
do those hook things.
I know they get
where
their
it
filler
pulls it back
shots.
Yeah.
I can't.
inside of your face. It sounds nasty, but they're doing it.
You know, I was just talking about over the weekend, the girl that we had that was one of our interns when she was 23, she and her friend group were all doing Botox and fillers.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember we brought her on the air to say, why are you doing this? You're only 23. And she was like, it's preventative. And this is, I feel like 18 years ago, this must have happened. So where is that girl now? The preventative, did it actually work? What does she look like now? Or has she gone over the edge?
Or is
So
that
she
a
doesn't
gateway
know.
to doing more
She might
and
have
more
facelifted
stuff?
that if she would did that at 23.
So what are you doing at 40?
Oh, yeah.
At 23. So she was 23
never happy with your face.
18 years ago. Does that mean she's 41 now? I can't do math that fast.
Most likely.
Yes.
Yeah, she's 41 now.
Yeah.
So where is that girl? I want to know. I wish the one regret I have of all the years we've been together as a show is every time we had an intern class, I should have done a Polaroid of every kid and written down their name and what school they go to and what their term was. So I could, just like I have the book of show sheets, tells me everything we did the last 19 years, 22 years. I wish I had the photo album of the Polaroids, because I remember like some really stick out to me and some don't. Or like this one girl that Eric and we took her to lunch on her last day of her internship. She was so quiet the entire internship. And we asked her, we'll take you anywhere you want. I mean, Eric and Roula are paying for this. Take you anywhere.
Anywhere.
She just wanted to go to Chili's over here at the Carilion.
Well, okay.
We went to Chili's.
That's so
and
funny.
this girl on her last day of her internship reveals to us that she's like in a girl fight club.
Yeah.
Oh.
She likes to kick ass.
Oh.
And I was like, wait, what?
Yeah,
now?
she likes to get in fights and like
Oh,
fight.
yeah, I get fights. I get in fights. I go,
she seems so quiet, like you'd think she would be.
so meek, so quiet, barely had a voice.
Maybe all the aggression
Just
comes
did it.
out in the ring.
Oh, my God. When she was out, like, tells her girl fight club.
I'm like, where
I
was
like,
that?
oh, my God. What are you talking about?
I could have used you on the show.
Or like that young girl that was in the military.
Like,
we had two girls
she
that were
had
in the
pistols with her
military.
all the time, or
One
pit-
always had a Glock. Always had a Glock. And then
Like she
she
brought
was
it
like
into the
4'11".
station?
She had the one with the pink handle or the
Yeah, she
wow.
knew she
grip.
could verse us on all the guns. And then the other girl who was a Marine, and you would never know it. So I would want to go out with her and just wait for a guy to try and carjack.
Yeah.
Just wait for a guy
I
to try
prefer
and pull
not to have the
something.
carjacking at all.
Well, right. I'm just saying, like, that girl, it's the kind of girl she's so unassuming. I can't remember her face. I can't remember her name. That's why I'm so
I'm gonna show you
mad
guys a
with the
video during the
Polaroid
break.
book.
There's it just came out this weekend. A grandpa was in a car, and all of a sudden his car pulled right up to it. The guy jumped out with a gun, and then that old guy just blasted him.
Oh, my God.
Right there, boom, boom, boom.
We'll play the audio next. The triggering audio
disturbing.
is next.
I'm
No,
like,
it's not.
I could watch those all day. I could watch those, then go watch dog fail videos, animal fail videos, where the donkey flips over the thing. And
So
Or like
you like
Kevin's in the one where the goats
animals
spill the
having
milk
accidents
bucket.
and street justice.
yep, that's my
Vigilante
algorithm.
justice. Somebody's going to put a purse full of snakes somewhere one day for Eric to have his revenge.
I want to do that so bad.
Perso snakes.
Anyone have a dangerous pet snake I could borrow for a couple hours?
Carjackers. Or the juggers that
I'm gonna-
go around the gas station,
Yeah.
open the door, and they
Imagine that. Just
jugging.
open it and just right in their eyeball.
Here you go, Cobra.
God.
All right, coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, you may have heard that Kelly Clarkson's ex passed away from cancer, so she had to cancel her Vegas shows. There's more information about that we'll talk about next in Scoop on KRBE.
Celebrity Scoop. On the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
It's brought to you by Taqueria Sarandas. I want to give them a shout out. Over the weekend, I went to their location on 45 close to the Woodlands. We did a huge giveaway for Benson Boone, sold out show tickets for the suite, the KRBE suite. It's just one of the many ways we get you in there for fun experiences. And it was really nice to meet Nancy and her kids and everybody who came in to try and become finalists. We had Taqueria Sarandas gift cards, and we had all kinds of fun things to give away.
What was the girl's name? Named after the golfer?
Oh, Annika. So I got to give a shout out to Annika and Mason. Annika is a huge fan of our show, and her best friend Mason said, "You want to have her on the show?" She has been a professional golfer for all these years.
I'd love to
Oh,
know.
wow.
behind the
She got a
scenes.
scholarship for golf. She's been a professional golfer, and she just gave it up or hung it up so that she could get into the corporate world. Because I asked her, okay, so as a professional golfer, which I don't really know.
What kind of money do you make doing that?
That's what I was asking her. Did it support you well, comfortably all these years? And she goes, yeah, but most of the time you're doing the tournaments and the money you're making is going back into doing more tournaments. It's kind of like a recycling thing.
Pressure.
Because it costs money to travel. It costs money to go there, stay in the hotels, have the
I watched
equipment.
Stick on Apple with Owen Wilson.
I have not watched Stick on Apple.
It's good.
I saw the preview, but just the golf thing.
I saw Happy Gilmore too.
That's most I know that. So Annika did not win the Benson Boone suite, but she was very happy to be there, and it was really nice. Everyone was. I kept asking all the kids, "When are you start school? When are you starting school? When are you starting school?" And Wednesday, we're starting on Wednesday, and they were back to school shopping. So thanks Taqueria Sarandas for providing.
Oh yeah, it was
that nice
tax-free
space.
weekend this past weekend.
Correct. All right. So Kelly Clarkson, the news came out over the end of last week that Kelly Clarkson's ex, Brandon Blackstock, passed away at the age of 48 after a battle with skin cancer. Again, reinforcing, got to put that SPF on.
I know.
We all think that we're invincible and we're young and the sun's not that strong, but the sun will win every single time.
I keep forgetting
young,
it's,
too.
4:30 in the morning. I'm like, I just forget to put it on. Like if I woke up at 8, I just gotta make it like.
Maybe it's different for you as a man versus me for a girl. I wear moisturizer every single day, and mine has SPF in it.
Well, my doctors told me that, so I don't get to make it worse with my CLL.
Yeah.
I just keep forgetting.
At least 30. And how long does it last? I actually always wonder that as well because I put it on in the morning, but I usually don't reapply in the middle of the day. It's not like I'm really out in the sun just when we drive.
I got those special tinted windows. I paid a little extra for the kind that blocked like 90%
UV. Because when your kids are out and they're swimming or they're like at a water park or something, it's like every hour you got to reapply because they're having fun and the sun is so strong. But to your point, Kev, yes. When should we reapply it? I'm not going out and like sunbathing with just the moisturizer I put on at 4:30.
I'm just saying for the day.
Yeah, you should definitely have SPF. Now listen, when Kelly Clarkson married Brandon Blackstock, it was quite the little romance story, and it was really cute because if you guys know the evolution of Kelly Clarkson, we found her on American Idol, and one of her biggest idols was Reba McEntire. And when American Idol was in its first season and nobody really knew this show other than this British guy who's really mean and they have these terrible auditioners and these terrible songs. Star power wasn't there for American Idol. Elton John was the first celebrity to put his foot in to dip his toe in that water and be like, I'm going to help you guys out. And then Reba McEntire, they surprised Kelly Clarkson with Reba McEntire to do a duet with her and she almost fell out of her chair. And then here we go, crazy full circle moment. Reba McEntire ended up being Kelly Clarkson's mother-in-law. Because Reba McEntire was married to Brandon Blackstock's dad.
Oh,
that's pretty cool.
So how crazy is this? Her idol of her life was her mother-in-law. Okay, well then Reba divorced Narvel, and then Kelly divorced...
His name was Narvel?
Narvel Blackstock. And then, Kelly and Brandon were still married for a while. And then when things went sour there, she was trying to be private about it, but at some point you just can't. And I think people who've gone through a nasty divorce have hated how stifled they had to be when somebody is just marring their name and they had to just stay silent and be like the stronger person, right? So finally she broke. There's a song she sang called Piece by Piece when she was pregnant with her second child and when she was still in a happy marriage, and it was about her father leaving her at 6 years old. And the song was written about how great Brandon is as a father, that he would never leave their child and he would never ask her for money and he would never this. In the divorce, Brandon put her through hell on the money front. And then she found out in the course of the divorce that he had made side deals with Wayfair and all these other things where he was getting giant percentages for her endorsement. It was not good. It was not good. And she was really angry about it. And when she did a Vegas residency, she retooled Piece by Piece and gave him the middle finger and was talking about how, you tried to break me for all the money, all this. Okay, 12 days before Brandon passed away, she was doing her Vegas residency and she told the audience, look, I've been through a lot of therapy. We've been going through some things. I'm 42 years old now. I've redone the song Piece by Piece again. It's the last time I'm going to change it. And she retooled it to make it more about herself and how she'll come to herself for money because she loves herself, and she just tried to not make it so negative about him. And then 12 days later, he passed away.
She must have known the end was near.
Well, of course, yeah. And that's also why, remember in her show the last season before school got out, everyone's like, where's Kelly Clarkson in the summertime?
The whole time,
where's Kelly Clarkson?
They were telling about, is there a show over?
And they wouldn't talk about where she was. Yeah.
And that's why.
Because Brandon was battling cancer.
Putting her children first.
Couples, did you see that? I sent you that video of David Justice. He's a famous baseball player back in the day in the 90s.
Oh, yeah. There's a clip you can actually find, Ahmad, if you go to that computer file that I usually always have celebrity
David
clips
Justice played for like Atlanta Braves. He played for, I think, New York. Was it Yankees?
I just knew when he was in Atlanta Braves and Halle Berry, that was her first marriage to David Justice.
So I used to always say something like, I was like, man, Halle Berry gets a lot of divorces, like 4 or 5 guys.
Yeah.
And I'm like, after a while, you start wondering, could she be the problem?
Well, was she married? She was married to David Justice. Then she was married to Eric Benet. And then did she actually get married to Gabrielle Aubrey? Is that his last name?
Yeah, that guy.
Were they actually married or no? I know they have a daughter.
I just think they had a baby.
And then
there's some other guy, the French.
The guy from Unfaithful.
Yeah, Unfaithful.
And then I don't think they ever got married though. So the whole thing you have to remember youth. Youth plays a part of this. This was her first marriage. This is not Halle Berry, the Academy Award winner. This is the future Academy Award winner. But this is Halle Berry, who was a former beauty
Boy
queen
Scout with
and early
David
actress dating a new baseball star. They're both in their early 20s, and it went terribly. It was a terrible ending to their marriage.
I worked for the Cubs when they were together because my job in security was to take the baseball players' wives and put them on the bus. And so she was one of the wives with that group of ladies.
You got to meet her?
I mean, I just saw her. I
You
didn't
just saw
talk to
her.
her. I
Okay.
just had to make sure no one jumped on her.
So here's David Justice's, reflection on being married to Hallie.
If I knew about therapy, if we knew about therapy, we probably could have made it. We never had any major issues like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that because I was young and had only been in, honestly, one real relationship before her, my knowledge and my understanding, my wisdom around relationships just wasn't vast. I'm looking at my mom, and I'm a Midwest guy, so in my mind, I'm thinking a wife at that time should cook, clean.
Traditional.
And then I'm thinking, okay, if we have kids, is this the woman I want to have kids with and build a family with? And at that time, as a young guy, she don't cook, don't clean, don't really seem like motherly. And then we start having issues.
That's where.
Well, she's also multi-millionaire. She can do a
She
lot more
wasn't
than
yet.
that. Cook
She
and
wasn't
clean.
yet.
She was in the Last Boy
wasn't
Scout,
yet.
maybe Boomerang or something.
She was up and coming in her acting
Boomerang
career.
she was in with that?
And he
Yeah,
was
with Eddie
doing
Murphy.
baseball.
Yeah.
And she's just starting out. And he was the big dog back then.
Well, somebody texted us, David Justice was an abuser. He also was 30 in 1996. So she was 27. He's trash. Sent a text, he's
Wow.
trash.
Like you said, he should have got some therapy, but back then nobody really
They didn't talk about it openly.
talked about marriage counseling and stuff.
Well, 100%.
And you should do that even if you're not having problems. A lot of people wait until they're in crisis mode before they seek
Yeah,
therapy.
people are 90% of us
They're busy, I know.
check to check. People
Would you-
can't afford
would
it.
you be?
True.
Would you be? I think in our culture of talking about therapy now, you shouldn't be offended. But can you imagine your gift to a newlywed couple is, here's my gift to you. It's $2,500 in the form of therapy hours for you two.
I know, and people would be happy
Would the
about
person
that.
be
or
like, "What do
upset?
you mean? No. This will help you.
You'd be
I would
insulted.
This will
like
help
that.
you.
You'd be
But
insulted.
honestly,
though,
like,
I bet.
Learn how to
That's-
live together. Learn how to do things.
Right.
That's why I do those ads for BetterHelp, because they are like 40% cheaper than like a traditional therapist. And it's just the same as far as I'm concerned. I've done it both ways.
I think the number one advice that a man needs when it comes to marrying a woman is, do not wait for her to ask you. Do not wait for her to ask you. Like, what? I'm right here. You could have just asked me if you needed help. Why do I have to ask you? You just do it.
You should care enough to make sure she's not put in that position.
Because then we do it, and then it's not right.
It's your underwear.
It's not your way.
If that hamper is full and you're like, I wonder where all my underwear is. Oh, I guess it's in the hamper. Did it ever occur to me to put it in the washer myself?
I think the best thing ever we had is separate hampers. Got my hamper, she has her hamper.
Yeah, but then
So
when
I'm
your hamper is
responsible-
full, then what happens
Did you do
to
your own
yours?
laundry?
Yeah, I'm responsible for my stuff. She's responsible for her stuff.
I don't like doing my husband's laundry because I always do it wrong. Like,
Yeah.
there's always something that wasn't supposed to go in the washing machine.
I don't want to screw with it. I don't want
and I don't know what's a golf shirt, and he doesn't play golf, but they're called golf shirts, you know. I don't know if that's supposed to, so I like leave it there and I go, I don't know, what do I do with this? Or like, what are you doing this? You can just take this? Okay, that's good for you.
Yep.
I just do the socks. We just make sure the socks always end up there. We have way too many pairs of socks. It's really ridiculous how many pairs of socks. Okay, yeah. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now, usually we would do what's going down in H-Town, brought to you by Tachus Fiber, but I want you to mention the theater week, Ryan.
Yes, Houston Theater Week. This is a great deal, y'all. It's buy one, get one free. So Houston Theater Week is August 18th through the 24th. And it's a collaboration between Houston First and 21 local performing art organizations. And you can get tickets to musicals, ballets, opera, symphony, chamber music, theater, whole bunch more. Venues all across the city. What you want to do is go to HoustonTheaterWeek.com to find out more. It's buy one, get one free. That's a great deal.
I love that.
And like I said, you could pair it with a really great date night and go get cheaper dinner by doing Houston Restaurant Weeks
Yep.
with Houston Theater Week. Collaborate those two together and feel like a king and a queen. Look at what we did. And we didn't spend that much, but look at all the culture we've absorbed. It's awesome. All right. If you missed what happened on the Roses update today, Vanessa checked back in with us after Tony cheated on her with Sarah, another real estate agent, and she vowed revenge on him. Did she get revenge on him? You'll hear it next on KRBE.